Nabinyagan na ang kauna-unahang koponan na makikipagtunggalian sa mga pinakamalalakas sa amateur Mobile Legend player ng bansa.
Kami ang Minerva Esports.
Masaya po pero may hinahangad pa po kami doon.
Minerva Esports mula sa Northern Luzon. We've heard you, Minerva Esports. Kaya naman sisimulan na natin ang paghahanap sa ikalawang koponan na makikipagsagupaan ng galing, talino at lakas sa Mobile Legends Bang Bang. Dahil mula Northern Luzon, dadako na tayo sa Southern Luzon leg. Dito, mula sa mahigit na 80 player na nag-register, 8 koponan ulit ang aangat. At mula sa 8 teams na ito, 4 ang papasok sa semifinals kung saan magmumula ang mga manlalarong kakatawan. Sa Oragon mula sa Southern Luzon, para sa inaasam-asam na 2 milyong piso. Sino sa kanila ang karapat-dapat? Ang sukatan ng galing malalaman natin sa pagsisimula ng ating online round battle sa pagbabalik ng pinakamalaki at pinaka-engranding Mobile Legends Tournament. Ito ang Unity League Southern Luzon Leg.
We are in the search, the continue para sa paghahanap ng pinakamalakas na MLBB team dito sa Pilipinas. All the way from the north, we will be going down to the south para sa Unity League Philippines South Luzon leg. My name is Hans Galeria. Kasama ko dito si Kimberly Mas to bring you the action, the best action MLBB Grassroots has to offer. Kamakailan lang, kung hindi nyo pa napapanood or pwede nyo panoorin before this one, nakita natin sa North Luzon leg that there was Minerva Esports sweeping their opponents, Gamer Pack Esports, to get a victory and proceed sa ating playoffs na gaganapin sa Legazpi City, Albay very soon. But for now, we're gonna be going to the Southern Luzon leg to find another team that would qualify for the same tournament.
Yep, and if you guys think you've seen it all, actually, mas marami pa, no? Kakatapos lang doon, katulad nga ng sabi ni Hans, and there's just more teams. At naghanap pa rin kami ng pinakamalakas na team na magre-represent sa bansa. Hans, it's a total prize pool of 4.1
That's a lot.
million. That's a lot of money for everyone in the Philippines. At alam naman natin, ito yung bansa na pinakamalakas na maglaro ng Mobile Legends.
Yep, anyone can make it to the pros, anyone can make it anywhere. Pero dito, nagsisimula lahat ng yan. And sisimulan natin ang series na ito with our first matchup of the day. That's Can't Say Wisp kontra sa Maru Esports. What else are we waiting for? Let's get into the action. Can't Say Wisps now on the blue side and then Maru Esports on the red. It's still the same thing na nakita natin all throughout. 3 bans apiece, which means there's a lot of heroes open para sa pares na team.
At this point, Hans, parang hindi na ako I'm not surprised anymore sa mga bans kasi kadalasan naman yung mga meta, saan ba nila nakuha? Either in the previous episodes na pwede nyo nga palang panoorin ulit yung mga rewind. And I think at this point, no, kung wala man lang silang information, I think the best thing to do is to ban out, of course, yung mga meta heroes na ako rin, pati sa rank games, feeling ko player na rin ako dito eh. Mga rank game bans, Loy, I think even Chip here, possibility na matanggal Roger na kadalasan rin ginagamit sa jungle, and even mga jungler options, you know, like the Fredrin and the Baron.
Yeah, I mean, as of the moment, parang all magic damaging heroes yung tinatanggal ng parehas sa teams. So the Roger, the one you said a while ago, is still open here. But I'd also like to point out that yung dalawang teams to, right? Can't Say Wisp, it's the first time that I've heard of this team. And it's nice kasi nagkakaroon sila ng opportunity, right? The names that we haven't really seen or heard before. Mga ibang pangalan, pwedeng bagong pangalan na makita natin yan dito. Meanwhile, Maru Esports, they've been, you know, an amateur household name. Dahil madalas natin siyang naririnig in different other tournaments, but now they're gonna be trying their best. They're gonna be trying their luck on this one with a first pick Matilda, which is a very good pick.
Oo, pero
kung hindi yun yung pipiliin ng kabila.
It's so fast how the way they've been picking heroes. Feel ko parang plinanado na nila to eh. Parang okay, yeah, take the Matilda, pero sobrang solid din ang sagot dito ng Maru Esports na katulad nga ng sabi mo, sobrang at some point, like kilala rin talaga sila sa amateur scene. Our lot to set up the plays na Fredrin na hanggang ngayon, nandyan pa rin sa jungler role, still never out. Here, we talked about the Barats and the Fredrin. Hindi nga sila na-ban since 6 bans in total, and I think this is a very good choice as well. Someone to front, someone with the vision as well to Matilda, and yung guiding wind na pang alis sa mga clashes na ayaw nila.
Yep, I like the pickup of the Novaria here para sa side ng Kansai Wisp dahil meron silang late game insurance. We're still looking for a marksman, but as of the moment kasi kung titignan mo, you have the Matilda and you have the Barats. Early to mid-game scaling is very good, and it would complement very well kung makakapili sila ng EXP laner na medyo tanky din and a glass cannon marksman. Parang doon papunta yung side ng Kansai Wisp eh. Pero knowing that, maaga na kagad tinanggal or maaga nang pinick up ng Maro Esports itong si Nathan, and then also removing the Moskov. So Roger might be the only way for them to go, pero medyo mahihirapan siya given na Arlot and Fredrin yung kalaban. Yun yung mga gusto na nilalapitan sila eh.
Oo nga eh. Para sa akin, I wouldn't go for Roger. Siguro, carry. Pero ang hirap kasi ang daming mga setup plays dito sa side
You know
ng
what?
Maru.
Maybe even a Claude.
Yun yung best option, I think. I think hanggang ngayon, nandun pa rin sa meta.
Nandun pa rin eh.
Hindi pa rin talaga. Uy, gusto ko lang sabihin
Okay.
kung sa mga ibang teams may Irad, tsaka Bonchan, tingnan mo dito,
Sino?
merong Irans,
Irans
tsaka Bon.
tsaka si Bon. Nawala yung Chan, tsaka nawala yung...
Wala.
Hindi ko alam kung paano ko siya iaano. Basta may
basta
Ira pa
ganun.
rin.
Basta
The
ganun.
Ira family. Ayan na.
Primal lightning is the heart
Grabe yung sisi.
Kukunat nila lahat. No?
Man, I don't even know how to talk about this lineup. Where do I
Yeah.
begin? Ang hirap. I think best option, I think they're forcing out the carry here.
Yeah, I think the advantage naman of having the Arlot as your second pick is that very flexible yan. You can put it at the EXP lane or maybe in the roam position. Pero ngayon, that enables the rest of the other heroes to just go for the Edith whenever they have a chance to. Masha yung pick up ng kupunan ng CSW in this one. And also, Rai picking up the Alice. You don't usually see the Alice.
Yep.
The EXP lane. Actually, in the current meta, bihira mong makita yung Alice as of this moment. Pero the Masha pickup, I feel,
For the Nathan.
It really is for the Nathan. Parang, if you're very familiar with some of the games that we've seen in the pro leagues, si Escalera from Onyx or Fanatic
Yeah,
Onyx na
Fanatic
madalas
Onyx, yeah.
gumagamit niyan just to push or put the pressure on the marksman, and it really is going to be of the essence kontra doon sa Nathan. Pero Odette ba yan?
Oo, Odette. Na naka-Christmas skin.
Interesting.
Yeah. Actually, gusto ko lang sabihin, kasi di ba kanina, before we started this,
Yep.
pinag-usapan natin yung meta, parang puro Fredrin, puro Barats, puro Matilda. I wanna see something new. At maraming salamat, Wisp. Nagsimula tayo sa ganitong
That's right.
kind of lineup. Something that you don't usually see often nga, yung Alice na hindi sa XP lane, This is a gold lane Alice na makakatapat yung Nathan. Plus, the Masha na, I think it's effective right now. I think number 1 siya sa most banned. I think one of the most banned heroes. So, not bad rin. Pero like, if you're talking about the meta, yung mga heavy hitters pa rin, katulad ng Fredrin. Golden matchup, I'm not so sure about that. Scaling, team fight sa Nathan yan, for sure.
Yeah. Ang ganda rin ng clearing or ng minion wave clear.
Yep.
Nitong si Mayan na hawak niya yung Odette. So that really is going to be of the essence. But for now, that's the Odette and also Taku with the Nathan. So that's all magic damage na posible rin palagan nitong side ng Kansai West moving forward. But Rai is also going to be using that Alice magic damage matchup yung makikita natin sa gold lane position. And as expected, hindi mo talaga makikita napapalag itong dalawang to. Just try and clear out as much minions as possible bago sila dumating doon sa pinakaunang turtle, in which wala naman silang pakialam doon sa first turtle because it's all gonna be on the care of the other 4 players na nandun sa left side ng ating mapa.
Actually, I think, Hans, yung pinaka-importante pag ganito yung gold laners mo, itong dalawang to, kailangan talaga maikutan ng maayos.
Yep.
And I think ano talaga yan, it's gonna matter when the first turtle comes up kung paano yung magiging rotation. Ang ganda rin ng team fight, team fight capability nitong Maru Esports.
That's
meron
right.
silang Arlot, meron silang Fredrin for the tot, tapos meron pa silang Odette na ngayon sobrang sakit sa current meta.
Another thing siguro na pwedeng ilaban dito ng Kansai Wisp is the benefit of having Irans, the benefit of having the Barats. Kasi Barats is a very good hero in terms of mispositioning kung saan magagaling or kung saan mo gustong dalhin yung kalaban mo. Pangalawa, it's also Taki, can be sort of a frontline. And 3, it's a very good objective-taking hero. Pwede niyang lamunin na lang itong si Draven, and then after that, just get the retribution whenever possible. Kasi hindi naman na present itong si Draven kung sakaling magamitan siya nitong Detona's Welcome. And this is the objective that I was talking about.
Yep.
First turtle already arriving, and everybody else just clearing waves bago ito magsimula.
Naku, medyo mahirap to para kay Rai, Napopoke talaga siya ng todo dito ni Nathan. But at the same time, ang dami kasing sagot dito ng Maru Esports when it comes to setting up the place. Meron kang Edith. O katulad nito, Detona's Welcome has been used. Kalahating na HP na yung turtle. There goes the Astral Echo from the backside. Si Draven makakuha ng turtle. And that's the first round drawn by Nasty Lloyd. May sagot ang dalawa. It's a 3 for the price of 1. And Maru Esports will be taking the lead.
That was a good initiation na nanggaling dito kay Irans. The problem was si Nasty Lloyd yung kanyang nakita and everybody else was present. Nagamit ni Autumn yung kanyang Astral Echo. It landed onto everybody else. But the problem was Draven, katiting na lang yung buhay niya eh. And pag mas katiting yung buhay ng Fredrin, mas masakit yung damage output. Kaya nung pinagsabay niya yung Retribution and the Operation Strat as well, talagang burado in that team fight yung dalawa sa mga members ng Kensei Wisp. And in addition, got another kill and got another objective in the process. From being a tight-knit ball game, ngayon, 2,000 na ang kalamangan ng Maru Esports with also a 1.7k gold lead.
Now they're putting their attention dito sa gold lane. Alam natin, ito isang mga winning conditions when it comes to the late game. Alice, though, they need someone to shred apart the front line na meron yung Maru Esports na I'm not so sure how they'll do that, most likely in the form of the Alice. And of course, the shields na magagaling sa Matilda. Pero ngayon kasi, ang hirap talaga mag-force out ng team fight. So I think naiintindihan yun ng Kensei Whip. So they're gonna be putting all of their resources dito sa gold lane.
Yep, and you also have to take note of the Alice in a concept na posible kasing hindi talaga yan lumaban in like the first 10 minutes. Like, yeah, all she needs to do is to just get 3 items as much as possible and then after that, sige, rock na tayo, go na tayo. Pero ngayon, now is not the time. So kung mapapansin mo, there is no way na itong si Rai lilipat ng lane. Kung sakaling lilipat man siya ng lane, it's probably because the turtle is there or like the Lord is already there, tsaka lang siya papalag. Pero ngayon, nakadepende ang matchup na ito, nakadepende ang early game doon sa ibang apat niyang kakampi. Because later on, Alice is gonna be unstoppable. Takgu doesn't have the necessary damage. And the more na Draven and Nasty Lloyd, kung sustain lang ang laban, you can't really beat Alice in the later portions ng ating laro. So now, what Maru Esports is doing is just trying to take care of as much of resources as possible. Pero ngayon yata, kailangan lang umalis.
Uy, flicker out from Bon. Daming resources used dito from the side of Kensei Wisp. Pero ito, Rai from the backside. Hindi na mahuli si Tagnu. But at the same time, no, for Maru Esports, naiintindihan nila yun. Kailangan nila magkuha ng resources, kailangan nilang i-utilize itong early game na talagang pwedeng makatulong sa kanilang marksman. And like what I said, the Nathan can only be pulled off pag maganda yung rotation. And so far, Maru has been doing that so well. Ang daming mga resources, ang daming turtles too so far sa kanilang side.
Yup, both not involved in action here. Takgu already at level 8. Meanwhile, si Rai level 7 pa rin. So, kita mo na kaagad yung minion wave clearing. And in addition, yung understanding nitong si Rai. Kasi nga medyo mababa yung kanyang HP, mababa yung kanyang damage. So, mas required siya na mag-recall pabalik ng base more times than often compared to the Nathan that can absolutely fight from a distance. That is gonna be one thing na kailangan alalahanin ng paulit-ulit ng Kensei Wisp before they head into the matchup. 2 turtles have already been taken by the side of Maru. Iran's not having a very good time here. Nabato, nabalibag, at nandun naman yung extra damage output. No Detona's Welcome for the Barats. 1 goes down to the hands of Maru Esports.
Yep, I think they're gonna force this. Gusto na kunin yung tower, pero dito si Rai, Blood Oath has been casted. Si Tagnu yung target dito. Very so low, gets poked from the backside. Maru pa rin ang magwawagi dito. And even with the Matilda, nag-isolate sila ngayon. A double kill for Ryu. And right under their own turret, hindi sila safe. May isa pa dito. Ryu, may mga shield siya. And gonna get bursted down there. 1-for-1 trade over on the top side. But still, Maru Esports ang may control.
They banked on the late game and Maru Esports are capitalizing on that as we speak. Talagang tinotodo nila. They're giving the pressure in the early portions of the game. 5 minutes in, or at least 6 minutes and 35 seconds in, that's at least a kill every minute. That's how much pressure Kensei Wisp is trying to take on. At hindi pa nila magawa yun because one, Autumn is also a late game hero. Yes, you can get the information sa tulong ng Astral Echo, pero hindi mo kasi siya matutuloy-tuloy kapag wala kang damage eh. Like, okay, sige, nandyan
Wala
sila.
pa.
What are you gonna do about it? As in, wala ka talagang magagawa as in. So ngayon, it's gonna be up to the rest of the members, and Erans is not having a good time. JD is trying to put his teammates in a better position, pero hindi niya magawa yan because again, they don't have the damage. At dahil dyan, libreng turtle na naman ang makukuha ng Maru Esports. That's 3 turtles, 2 uncontested. Meanwhile, 1 was taken in a clash.
Kakakuha lang din ni JD ng Class of the Oasis. So, nakakatulong to sa shields. Pero that's not something that they need right now. Yung nakita ko kasi ngayon is gusto na mag-scale yung si Autumn at si Rai. Pero ngayon kasi ang hirap lahat ng turtles nakuha ng Maru Esports. And I think the best thing that they can do is, well, to wait for the items. And so far, si Takgu, siya yung nakakakuha ng items dito. Naka-Divine Glaive na rin as early as the 7-minute mark.
You also gotta have to take note of Mayen na kumuha ng Necklace of Durance para dun sa Alice. That's a very good buy. But now it's gonna be an onward. Earth Shatter, Balibag, at talagang tanggal ang kalasag ng Matilda on that one. That is gonna be JD going down. 3rd death in 8 minutes of this matchup. Maru Esports really asserting their dominance on a standstill. And kahit tumatama yung mga Star Shutter itong si Autumn, it's not enough damage still. So ngayon, ginagangster na ng side ng Maru Esports yung mapa, yung teritoryo na dapat sana na nasa CSW.
Grabe. As in, halos lahat ng lanes may taga-Brusco talaga dito. You got Draven, si Nasty Lloyd, si Ryu, tatlo sila katulad nito. Lahat ng ultimates binabato sa kanya. Draven super low, hindi na makakuha ng Appraiser's Wrath. There's si Astral Echo from the back. Takgu, sobrang low, nakaka-free hit sa lahat. Killing spree for the side of Maru Esports. And itong second tier tower, mukhang makakuha yata nila. Sobrang bilis mag-push talaga katulad nitong Nathan. And that's gonna be another objective down.
That's a lot na kailangan depensahan sana ng side ng Kensei Wiz, pero they can't even do that kasi talagang maganda yung team fight capabilities na meron ng kanilang kupunan. I'm talking about Maru Esports. That's the first death of Draven, but before that he's 1-0-7, and that's not a good sign kasi pakunat ng pakunat yung Fredrin, especially pagdating ng mid-game natin, which is like what, 10 to 13 minutes ng ating laban, maybe even 10 to 14 minutes, right? So they're gonna have to really dig deep on this one. Si Bon, first plan in hand to try and split push. Ngayon, hindi na nila plano mag-contest. Alam nila that they don't have the resources to do it, so they're gonna be giving this first lord sa Maru Esports.
Yeah, I think I understand yung ginagawa dito ng Can't Say Wiz. They're just gonna take objectives kasi nalulugi rin sila sa clash eh. Kung i-force out nila yung team fight sa Lord, mapipick off lang sila. Papibigyan ng kills. Pero here, they're starting one out. Nasty Lloyd, makakasustain ng ganyan na damage. But from the backside as well, Draving soaking it all up. Look at Mayen on a killing spree. Swansong right on point. Pero si Takgu pa rin nakaka-free hit dito. Bloodwings has been used as well. Sobrang lakas ng damage. But look at Ryu with the primal rat. Ang sakit! Grabe, hindi ko na sure kung sino ba yung roamer dito. Kasi kung titignan mo si Ryu, ang sakit ng damage lato ng primal rat.
That's the benefit of having an Edith. Kumbaga meron kang alter ego. Diba? Parang my name is nice girl, pero pagbaba niya, okay. I'm an independent woman, di ba? Rekta na kagad at doon sila nahirapan. This might be the end here, or depending on how things will go. My lord pa sila na kailangan depensahan. Good thing, the holy defense from the inhibitors are there. But then, there's gonna be the taunt coming in from Draven as well. Extra push. Nasty Lloyd gets the taunt welcomed. At nandun na naman, yung iba sa mga members in. There's gonna be the rest of them trying to fight it through. Pero wawala na naman yung Asha. And there's gonna be Rai going down as well. That's Rai and Bon. Mukhang sinasabo na dito ang side ng Can't Say Wisp, and they can't say anything because Maru Esports takes game number 1.
Wow, just like that. Probably one of the fastest. Last time we've seen ating Northern Luzon games, it's quite the long matches that we had, right? 15, very close. But this time we started out with something different. 10 minutes and 54 seconds. for the side of Maru Esports. And like what I said, sobrang hirap talaga mag-team fights dito. And to a point, nasabi nga ng Kensei Whiff sa dulo, wag na tayo mag-team fights, let's just go for the objectives. But apparently, it wasn't enough. Ang daming turtles na binigay sa kanila, so immediately, sobrang laki ng gold lead, 10,000 for Taggu na nakakuha ng 10,000 lead as compared to Rai, who only has half of it.
I think one of the things na ginawa ng Kensei Wisp that was good is to try to go for the split push. Pero nayari sila nung sinubukan nilang targetin si Nastiloid. Nastiloid was one of the tankiest members of that team. And at this point, gugustuhin mo sana na si Mayan or si Takbo yung makuha mo. But the problem is, hindi sila makita sa mapa. They were nowhere to be found. Maru was doing a very good job in putting the frontliners muna. Sila yung nasa unahan to try and check the bushes as much as possible. Magpunta sa mga lugar na hindi mo or wala ka talagang makikita. Para kung sakaling nandun sila, okay, sige, palag. Pero, yun nga, the Arlot dashing right away, and that's also the disadvantage, heavy disadvantage of not having a marksman on your lineup. Kasi doon natin nakita or doon talaga na-exploit ng sobra yung composition ng side ng CSW. But I guess that's gonna be it for game number 1. Sa aming pagbabalik, ay makikita natin ang game number 2. Once again, this is Unity League Philippines, South Luzon Leg.
The Unity League Mobile Legends Bang Bang National Tournament is here, and we heard you. To accommodate more players, Unity League is now open to younger gamers. So if you are a Filipino citizen, age 15 years old and above, and have never joined in any professional league, assemble your team and join now. Registration is still open for the National Capital Region, the Visayas, and Mindanao. The Unity League Mobile Legends Bang Bang National Tournament.
Nagbabalik ang Unity League Philippines Southern Luzon leg. It's the us, Hans Hilaria and Kimberly Mas, bringing you the action. Kanina lang, nung game number 1 ay nakita natin ang Maru Esports winning over Kensei Wisp in such dominating fashion. And kung sakaling natataka kayo kung saan nyo mapapanood dito, of course it is going to be simulcasted at PTV4 with our simulcast partner IBC13. That's gonna happen tuwing 7 to 8 ng gabi. So don't miss on that out because you're gonna be seeing yourselves on TV. That's the best part about it. Pero the best part a while ago was Maru Esports' very good way of executing their playstyle.
I would like to call it the Brusco Sibs. Arlot, Fredrin, at saka Edith since babae siya, so Sibs. Tatlong heavy frontline para sa side ng Maru Esports. And for Kensei Wisp, they pulled off something different. Meron silang Alice sa gold lane, pero katulad nga ng sinasabi natin, Hans, it's very different na wala ka talagang isang marksman. Although it's a scaling hero.
Let's see if things are gonna change. Kaya naman re-recta na tayo sa ating laban. This is going to be pretty intense, knowing that Maru Esports have now switched sides with Kensei Wisp, and this has been, I think, quite a different banning stage. Kasi as far as I can remember, kanina, Harith yung una nilang tinanggal. Now it's gonna be the Angela for the side of Maru.
I think same pa rin naman na nagtatanggal talaga siya ng Angela mobility. I think it's kind of understandable with the lineup na nakuha nila kanina. Every front line, when you have an Angela, pwede mo ma-reach yung backlines if you have like different combinations. Yung mga CC Angela, Angeline, ganun. Mahirap talagang tapatan yon. Loy as well, one of the heroes na bumabalik sa meta, and alam natin, Andy teleport yan, Andy gas, kumbaga saan parte ng mapa, pwede niyang maabutan. And as for Kensei Wisp, it seems like mahilig sila sa mage gold lane. So they also take away the Harit na isa rin sa mga heroes na napaka-spammable sa gold lane, fast basic attacks, and at the same time, sobrang scaling hero rin, maganda sa gold lane.
Meron change na ginawa dito ang Kensei Wisp. They removed the Matilda na yun yung ginamit nila kanina noong very first game. Pero dahil dyan, mas maraming open, and Draven basically said, you know what?
I'm taking this.
You know what, Irans? I'm gonna show you how to use the Barats. Kasi yun yung ginamit
7-7.
kanina ng game number 1 ni Rans.
Pero ito hear me out.
Okay.
Pwede mag-Fredrin Arlot.
Oo nga.
Yung kabilang side,
Pwede,
diba?
why
Yun
not?
yung nagpahirap
Why
sa
not?
side ng Ken Sayvis.
Tama
Like
dyan.
heavy hitters, they can take that. Arlot for the setup, sobrang solid. Pero half right. 50% right.
Okay.
Arlot and the Nathan still. Nathan naman para sa kanilang side. May konting switch up.
Okay, so one change na ginawa nila. Number 1, taking out the Matilda. Number 2, picking up a marksman. Number 3, stealing a hero
Yep.
from Maru Esports. So they're making some moves here around the map to hopefully prolong the series for as much as they can. The problem is, there's still a lot of heroes open dahil nga 3-band setup lang tayo. So parang halos hindi nawalan itong Maru Esports.
Wow,
They're just gonna try to tread a different path by picking up a Roger and a Nolan para sa kanilang side.
Okay, so we all thought the Barretts was gonna go to the jungle.
Yep.
Pero ngayon, hindi mo na alam. Why don't we just confuse Kent Sayvis na magkuha na rin tayo ng Nolan dito na alam natin. Usually, goes to the jungler position. Ang ganda rin pang pick off sa Nathan dito.
Yes.
Dash in, dash out. Pretty much like the Benedetta. Ngayon, kailangan sagutin to ng side ng Kent Sayvis. They can still go for the Fredrin here na pwede talaga mag-protect or mag-front para sa kanilang side. And there you go. Right on cue. There's the Fredrin. Final bans here. I think it might have to be sa roamers. Still don't know if this Arlot's gonna be the XP lane, pero most likely since yun naman yung nangyari kanina. So they can still take away roamers here para sa kanilang
Yeah.
side.
Safest option siguro para sa dalawang teams would be a really good mid laner. The Novaria would come in handy
Oh,
para
yeah.
sa kupunan ng Maru Esports.
Wow, galing
Novaria is out.
High five.
Yeah, like high five on that as well. I'm thinking of whether a Valentino or a Vexana would be
Oh,
good
yeah.
para
Anti-team
sa
fight,
dalawang teams. Because anti-team fight plus that's an extra body that would put pressure dahil nga nandun yung Eternal
Oo,
Guard.
si EG
Diba?
Boy.
Si EG Boy
Yep.
andyan, present.
Talagang-
So, in kaso de kaso lang, they might go with that one. But instead, Maru Esports is gonna be banning out the Florin. Kasi natuto sila dun sa ginawa nila kanina eh. Kung masyado makunat yung kalaban natin, mas mahihirapan tayo. Kung
Pag
may heal
may
pa, tanggalin na lang natin yan.
Oh, imagine mo yun, no? Brusco Bros. Kulang na lang si Edith dito para
Yep.
sa side ng Kent Sayvis na available, by the way, na pwedeng magpahirap talaga sa Roger. Especially na ito yung dive hero na sinasabi ko kanina na hindi kinuha ng Kent Sayvis. So, still go for that. And wow, I don't even know how we're doing this, Hans. Right on cue. Ito rin yung lineup ng Maru Esports kanina. Pero ngayon, yung pinagkakaiba lang is may sagot yung Maru Esports.
Yep.
Yun mo. They're also putting up their own CC, which is something na kulang sa side ng Kent Sayvis kanina.
Interesting. They're trying to replicate the same thing kanina. This is the Valentina I was talking about. Kasi posible na magaya pa niyan yung Arlot Final Slash eh. So with that being picked up, they have the Minowan's Fury na manggagaling dito kay should I say Ryu? No. I would say Taku. No. I'm thinking of who the roamer is from this side. As far as I can remember, I think si Ryu yun. Pero
Yep.
si Ryu kasi yung gumamit ng EXP kanina, so maybe it was Nasteroid.
Si JD. Si
Ah, si
JD yung
JD.
roamer.
Si JD, yeah,
Si
yeah, si
Ryu
JD
yung
pala.
gold lane kanina. So I think this is pretty much
Okay.
it. Wow! Lahat ng sinabi natin, Hans, nagkakatawa.
Yeah,
Meron
yeah,
tayong bola dito.
Oh,
Like little
parang
magic
bubunot
ball.
lang ng konti. Tapos
Oo.
ayan, okay, sige.
Parang halos lahat ng sinabi natin nagkatotoo dito. I think this is the first time one of the first few times na nakita ko yung Nolan na usually ngayon, di ba dati, nung bagong labas siya, parati siyang pinipili. Pero nung tumagal na, nung umiba yung meta konti, medyo nawala na siya since still bumabalik pa rin tayo sa tank junglers, which is the Barretts, the Fredrin. And
That's
speaking
right.
of that, Hans, hindi pala yung Barretts yung jungler dito, it's the Nolan. So a little bit of a difference dito para sa side ng Maru.
Yup, Barats will be going into the XP lane. That's the usual strategy or counter strat na ginagawa ng mga teams whenever they would pick up the Barats in the first phase ng ating draft. And in addition, andyan din yung nabanggit mo na Nolan that doesn't usually appear in the drafts as much kasi nga parang ang meta ngayon kailangan pakunatan eh. Pero meron kasing binabagayan na lineup itong Nolan.
Totoo.
One, pag meron kang late game scaling hero sa kabilang team, case in point, itong si Rai and si Autumn
Yep.
na hindi ganun kakunat or hindi, bukod sa hindi ganun kakunat, medyo kailangan pa ng items para makapag-scale. Good thing for Autumn though is that meron na siyang wave clear sa umpisa pa lang, so it's not gonna be a hard time for that Vexana to get some items in.
Kanina kasi ang bilis ng wave player. Pero look at si Taglu.
Sakit.
Si Taku, ang bilis ng nung mga pokes dito. Nagbe-basic attacks na talaga. Knows how to harass Rai on this lane as compared to earlier. Pero tingnan mo to, napapa-atras ngayon si Rai. Forced to actually back away. So may mga konting minion cart siya na maiiwasan dito or mamimiss out.
Now that Rai is there, expected na si JD lalabas talaga ng like very present talaga siya to try and help as much as possible. Although Takgu, trusted na talaga siya ng kanyang mga kakampi kaya hindi na siya umaalis. And he actually outnumbers the rest of everybody else. Flicker's gonna be committed as well. Pero meron pang susunod na dadating. But that's gonna be Ryu. Safely securing it pero hindi pala. Kasi ayaw niya magpatigil.
Grabe.
Yung baka naman, legit na tumalon yung baka.
Nag-flicker. Hindi, tumalon, tapos nag-flicker pa. Nakakatakot to.
Oh,
ang
man.
daming nagda-dive dito sa side ng Baro. Actually, ako rin, akala ko, they're gonna let that go. But they're like, no, we're just gonna pick that up. At least kahit si JD yun, may kill na napunta sa side ng Baro. And tingnan mo to, wow, lahat ng gold plating nakuha na ng side nila.
Yep, Rio sacrificing himself on that one. Cut into half HP, pero okay lang naman yun. But Mayan safely getting into shore. With that, Eranza Fraser shot, ano naman yung extra action at sila mababawasan instead. That's gonna be Autumn's first death bago pa lumabas ang ating pinakaunang turtle ng game number 2. It's 2 minutes in, 2-0 in terms of kills. Eranz hasn't gotten his purple buff yet. Ryu is right there to give out the vision and wala na namang pressure na may ibibigay. That's turtle, that's objective taken down. Will Ryu be able to escape? Talo na lang konti. Tapos minuosphere na naman at buhay na namang muli itong si Ryu. The rest of the members will come in. That's an Fraser strat by Iranz, but a double kill brought about by Draven.
Wow, nakakatakot to. Kulang na lang flame shot dito from Autumn. There's a shot down from Bond from the backside. Goes for the final slash. Dalawang natitira dito. Mayan yung target. Double kill for him. Will he go for the triple? Nasty Lloyd ngayon. Hinahabol. May konting kunat siya dito. Pero sabi nila, not today. I'm gonna be able to sustain it a little bit. But that's gonna be the killing spree.
Oh, may flicker na ba? Wala flicker si Ryu. Kanina kasi,
kalma lang daw.
nakikita ko na eh.
Nakakatakot.
Nararamdaman ko na eh. Pag may flicker siya, talon na siya eh. Pero
ito yung mga heroes na hindi nagtitipid ng flicker. Ito yung masaya kasama eh.
Basta may flicker,
Gagamitin.
pindutin mo kagad. Basta may talon, pindutin mo na rin. Pero wala kasi yun parehas kanina. Kaya naman hindi nila ginawa yan. But we have to say this is a very different game from Kensei Wisp kumpara ng game number 1. Kasi nakikita natin na pumapalag sila. Yes, hindi nila nakukuha yung objectives, but on the other hand, what they're doing is that they're punishing itong Maro Esports after getting the objectives. Kung medyo katiting na lang yung buhay, kung nabawasan ng isa, sige men, tapusin mo na. Kunin mo na lang para sa akin. Okay lang naman yan kahit hindi mapunta sa akin yung kill. Kasi sa mga rank games, yan ang problema eh. Di ba? Sabihin. Bakit mo kinuha? Kill ko yun eh. Pero dito, okay lang naman kahit ano mangyari. Pero ito na naman, laban na naman.
Uy, ganda na setup dito ni Ryu ha. Ayan na, yung mga talon na nagaganap dito. Sustain ngayon ni Iranz ng konti. 1 HP, makakatakas. Flicker in by Mayan. Ano ba itong side ng Maro Esports? Lahat sila nagpi-flicker in. Walang katakot-takot.
Ayan naman.
Si Taklu.
Boom!
Makukuha, magda-dive in. Low na ngayon, pero masakit na rin si Rai. So, mapapa-atras sila ngayon. Ito yung sinasabi ko. Hindi lang yung baka yung tumatalon, pati yung Valentina. Nagpi-flicker in na rin. Ngayon ko lang nakikita. Kung ako kasi mid laner, flicker out. Hindi flicker in para mag-kill.
Tama. Ito ang tinatawag nating luksong baka. Kasi tumatalon talaga. As in, wala talagang kahit anong counter. But speaking of no counters, wala na namang contest na nanggaling dito sa side ng Kensei Wisp. But again, ang bawi kasi na ginagawa nila sa mga team fight. Parang, sige Maru, kunin nyo na lahat yan. Sige, kahit yung Lord mamaya. Pero hindi natin alam, baka i-contest nila yun later on. Pero yung mga ganyang kaliliit na objectives, yung mga early game objectives, hinahayaan nila. Kasi kung titignan mo na mabuti, ang ganda ng farm na meron itong si Bon. But speaking of farm, talagang binabaka. Kinakarne na naman itong si Nasty Lloyd sa may bandang ibaba, pero mabubuhay pa rin naman siya. Susundan lang ng EG Boy, pero it is A-OK. Safe, secure. Unless may laban na naman na gagawin dito si Iranz, hahayaan na lang nila yung turret. Ibibigay na lang nila. Pero ito na naman, abangers na naman.
Oo, si Lloyd na naman yung pinupuruhan dito eh. Grabe no. Ang dami na nasa-sustain. Okay, hindi siya makakapasok. Sa-sandwich sila dito May flicker. Wala pang flicker.
Kada maingay.
Oo.
Ayaw muna.
Oo.
Ayun na.
Uy, alam yata. Huwag kang maingay, maririnig nila eh.
Ayun na, konti na
Wala
lang.
pa, konti na lang. 10 seconds,
Oh,
ilang seconds yun?
nakikita mo yung bilog, nakikita mo yung bilog.
Wala pa.
Boo! Konti na lang eh, andun
Ano
eh.
ginagawa mo?
Nararamdaman ko na eh.
Cool down eh.
Diba? Sayang.
Ganda sana nun eh, no?
Oo, ganda sana eh. Pag ano, pero wala. Okay lang.
Ang ingay daw natin eh. Nancy, ang ingay mo daw eh. Alam na nila eh.
Maingay. Sorry. Trabaho kasi. Trabaho
Oy,
kasi
pero ito,
kailangan maingay. But speaking of which, ito, hindi na mag-iingay na talaga sila dito. Naramdaman ni Bon na sobrang ingay nung apat. Kaya kinailangan niya talagang umiska po dun sa kanyang pwesto. 10 seconds in, lalabas na naman yung turtle. Ito, may na talaga sila. Driven na naman. Hahabulin ng Easy Boy. Hahabulin ng Balibag. Hahabulin ng bala ng Nathan. Pero mas mabilis si Draven. Turtle spawning.
Bilis talaga ng Nathan, no? Dash in, dash out. Ngayon, medyo nako-contain sila ng side ng Kensei Wisp, pa. Hindi sila sobrang nagiging todong aggressive
That's
katulad
right.
ng game number 1, 6 minutes in. Kanina parang 1 kill per minute. Ngayon naman parang patas sila. Not that far yung gold lead. Kanina was like 8K as compared to now. It's just a 3K lead na pwedeng nila mabawi, which is the punishes na ginagawa nila.
However, kuha ng Maro Esports yung tatlong turtle. And nagbe-build up yan, lalo na sa mga nakikita nating objective takes. Kasi medyo mas matagal. Kahit na sabihin natin na okay yung damage output na meron itong side ng Kensei Wisp, natatagalan pa rin sila na kunin or talagang makuha yung buhay ng isa sa mga members because of the extra shield na dinadala or binibigay ng turtle. So instead na, okay, sige, mabilisan lang naman yan. Okay, palagda natin. Pero hindi pa nila magawa. Tapos karabida final sash as well. Pinawan spirit, binaban natin yung Easy Boy. Andun naman yung extra naka pero babawi ata sila. 2 heroes are down for the price of none. At ang susunod ay walang iba kundi si Nasty Lloyd. That's 3 heroes down. Naipit sa medyo delikadong sitwasyon ang kupunan ng Maro Esports, and that's gonna be Kensei Wisp with a clapback of their own.
Ganda no, yung setup. Akala mo yun na yun, pero si Bon talaga yung final slash na nauna. Tapos, na-burst down kasi ni Autumn, the EG Boy. So, instant burst down. Hindi sila makaka-fight back kasi wala na yung damage dealers. And at the same time, yung maganda naman dito sa side ng Maro is nakaka-push si Draven at the same time si Takgu. Sobrang laki ng gold lead niya as compared to Rai, which is slowly scaling up right now. Hindi pa siya namamatay.
Uy, ayun na naman sila. Damage output na naman. Tinan mo naman yung Nolan sa may badalikuran. Pero si Draven makakalahati yung buhay. Conceal's gonna be used but not committed on the team fight. Gagamitin para makatakas sa laban na yan. Now it's a 3K gold lead para sa side ng Maro Esports, but it's a 3 kill score lead para sa side ng Kensei Wisp. And you're gonna have to take a look at this matchup. Objective-wise, I can therefore say na lamang ang kupunan ng Maro Esports. Pero kung mano a mano, kung team fight for team fight, parang may laban ang side ng Kensei Wisp if they want to do it. Just like
Katulad
that.
dito. Wow, Ryu. Actually, ito na yung hindi na nila nagagamit yung flicker ngayon.
Wineldan na nila yung baka.
Oo. Kailangan yun talaga mauna. Kung ayaw na mag-setup, kailangan mauna talaga si Ryu ma-takedown. At ngayon, -1 na yung side ng Maro Esports. Pwede sila magsimula ng Lord dito. Numbers advantage na sa kanilang side. Wala na rin yung taga-setup dito. Ayan na yung final slash na magaganap dito from the side of Kensei Wisp. Ang sakit ng damage, CC immune. But look at this. Yung mga sagot ng kabilang side, Iran's Nasty Lloyd for the price of 1. At ngayon si Draven, kukunin rin si Bon. Low na lahat ng members ng CSW. They're forced to back away. Bon! To the push! Makikita pa yata kayo si Tanku. Kumakalbot! Si Iran sa wala! Pero may sagot rin naman dito si Autumn. Makukuha rin si Takgu. 1-for-1. And I'm not so sure, Hans, kung sino yung lamang doon. Kasi parang kung sino lang yung mahuli nila that time yun na lang igugo nila.
Ang nangyari doon, ang lumamang ay walang iba kundi Maro Esports. Kasi bukod sa nakuha nila yung Lord na to ngayon na nasa inyong screens, si Irans din kasi yung huling na pick off. Kung hindi na pick off si Irans, there would have been an extra retribution skill. Makakapag-contest pa sana yung kupunan ng Kensei Wisp. But the problem is, they can't do that anymore kasi wala na silang pang-secure ng objectives. So they had to surrender another of those objectives, and kita mo yung shift na meron yung CSW ngayon. Kanina binibigay nila lahat ng mga turtles, but now they had the set. Dapat kunin natin yung mga late game objectives. Pero ang ganda kasi ng momentum ng Maro Esports na, sige, binibigay nyo naman sa amin paulit-ulit eh. Kunin na rin namin to. Ba't namin ibibigay kung binigay nyo na sa amin lahat kanina?
Ba't mo ibabalik, di ba? Pero ngayon si Iranz din yun kasi, if hindi sana siya nahuli doon, actually, wolf form nga dito si Taku, tapos nag-purify pa para lang mahuli yung kanilang jungler, which was, I think, a really good call para sa side ng Maro Esports. Kaya naman nakuha nila yung Lord, even without the numbers advantage. Ngayon, backs against the wall dito yung CSW. Nagset na magaganap dito. Nice Minoan's Rage there. And the EG guard, Bon, going for the final slash. Pero ngayon, napakaraming mga katawan na magkakatabi. Dalawa yung mawawala dito. Nasty Lloyd and Ryu's down. And the rest of Maru, they're forced to back away at hindi nila makukuha yung inhibitor.
Unsuccessful ang siege ng side ng Maro Esports. Good defensive possession galing sa kupunan ng Can't Say Wisp. Just putting all of their eggs in one basket. Buti na lang, andun din lahat ng mga heroes. So all of the eggs placed in one basket was worth it. Now they're all in on the mid lane. Taku trying to put the pressure on Iranz. Iranz with the taunt as well. Lalatag na naman, nandun yung extra dash. Final slash. Hindi tatama. Actually, tumama pala pero nakapag-purify si Taku. Pero ang nabawasan ay walang iba kundi ang Torre sa bandang gitna. Will they be able to do something about this? This is a reminder. Baka sakaling babala para sa side ng Maro Esports to back away kasi under naman, tuwala naman si Bon. Ang malalatagan na namin siya output and that is gonna be Bon going down. This is something that seems to be a seesaw battle for me kahit na 4,000 yung kalamangan ng Maro in terms of gold.
Minsan nasa taas ka, minsan nasa baba.
That's
and
right.
It seems like Maru naman yung nasa taas ngayon. Malaking factor na na-shutdown nila si Bon, na kanina pa nagiging problema para sa kanila yung final slash to the point na hindi na nakaka-set up si Ryu. So ngayon sabi naman ni Ryu, ayaw mo ako ipaseta, sige ikaw rin, uunahin ka namin. Actually, hindi na nga niya tinipid ulit yung flicker. 0-4-1 onto Nasty Lloyd as well since siya rin yung nagsusog up ng damage sa frontline.
You have to give props to Bon though. That's the first death ng Arlot in 12 minutes of gameplay. He's been the one setting up for his teammates and talagang nayari lang siya sa pagkakataon na yun. Kasi ang ganda sana ng purify skill niya. Ay, ang ganda ng final slash skill niya. Kung walang purify, itong si Taku, that would have been extremely crucial para sa posibleng pagkabanalo ng Kensei Wisp in this matchup. But now, taking a look at it, Bon, frontliner. Iran's doing the same thing as well. Everybody is focused here on the Lord except for 2 or 3 heroes. Actually, ang layo nga ni Draven kasi nandun pa siya sa may bandang ibaba. Just trying to push the inhibitor. And now, there's problem number 1.
Yep, na-push na yung inhibitor. Iran ngayon, may setup play na magaganap dito from Ryu. Soaking up all the damage from the front line. Pero siya na rin yung mapapunish dito. Lord still gonna be worked on dito sa side ng Maru. Now, it is an inhibitor para sa price ni Ryu. I'm not so sure if that's worth it. Lord dance ng matagalan na naman. At ito yung problema ngayon for Kensei Wisp. Since basag na yung inhibitor doon, kailangan may isa talaga magde-depensa. Katulad nito, wala na yata pakit dito si Draven eh. Kukuha lang ng Torre.
That's tough. Para sa side ng Kensei Wisp kasi they were so fixated. Talaga nakafocus sila sa pagkuha nitong Lord. Pero yung problema ay napapatagal ng kupunan ng Maro Esports yon because of getting the macro wins, getting the macro achievements. Taking 2 inhibitor turrets for the price of what? Nasty Lloyd or Ryu rather. Nakakabuhay lang. Buhay na naman. Andyan na naman. And ngayon, may 2 Torre na kailangan pa silang alalahanin. Together with the Tornas welcome na nanggaling na naman dito sa side ng Maro Esports. That's gonna be the Brethren going down. And another one biting the dust. Lumabas na naman si EG Boy pero walang kahit anong respo. That's Iranz and JD going down. A retribution and a setup holder. And that means one thing. Maro Esports taking this Lord.
14 minutes, mga 2 minuto sila sumasayaw doon. Nakikita mo naman, no, ginugong talaga dito ng Maru kung wala si Bon. Kasi yun lang naman talaga yung nagpapahirap sa kanila. Actually, Iran, hindi na rin sila nagdadalawang isip na mag-commit ng skills dito. With that being said, 2 butas, middle and bottom turrets para sa side ng Kensei Wisp hands. And I think this might just be it. Lahat na wala na. Expose na yung base Bon. Going for the final slash dito kay Draven pero hindi pa rin makukuha. Nandito na yung Lord. All the minions crashing in. Let's see if this will be it para sa side ng CSW. Ayan na yung setup play na magaganap kay JD. Meron rin. Detonas welcome but Draven even gonna get the backside. Sira yung una mawawala. At habang sinasabi natin yan, that's gonna be it. Maru Esports ang makakakuha ng serye na to.
A sweep for Maro Esports kontra sa Can't Say Wisp to start off the South Luzon leg of Unity League Philippines. You're gonna have to take a look at this team. 15 minutes in, kanina, natapos yung laban ng 10:54. Now, medyo pinahirapan ng konti ng kupunan ng Can't Say Wisp ang kanilang team or ang kabilang team. But this is a very good way to start it off. Hindi sila nagpatinag. Nastiloid had a pretty, tough game
time,
kasi
yeah.
kontra kay Bon. Bon really was the MVP of that match kung sakaling nanalo sana sila. But the problem is, it was the positioning of the side of Maru Esports that got them the victory on this one.
Yeah, just to add a little on that din, yung magandang ginawa dito ng Maru Esports is, alam nilang lugi sila sa mga clash, sa mga sineset up ni Bon. So yung ginagawa na lang nila, sige, magkuha na lang tayo ng towers at yun talaga yung nagpaluwag sa kanila sa mga Lord fights, sa mga team fights na ayaw nilang pasukan.
Yep, and in addition, si Mayan then was doing a significant job in just copying the final slash at all times. Siya yung nagpapanalo nung huling clash nila. Kasi na isang tabi niya lahat or alos 3 or 4 na members ng side ng Can't Say Wisp onto that side by just getting the perfect angle and then after that, proceeding with another take. Nakuha ng Maru Esports ang pagkapanalo kontra sa side ng Can't Say Wisp and we still have yet to figure out kung sino ba ang magre-representa ng Southern Luzon in just a few bits. Pero kung sakali na gusto nyo pa makita ang ilan sa ating mga ganap, make sure na abangan nyo ang mga matches and ang mga episodes ng Unity League Philippines. Walang iba kundi sa PTV4 with our simulcast partner IPC 13 from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Any thoughts about this match and for everything about South Luzon?
Wow, 2-0. I think we started it off real good dito para sa side ng Southern Luzon. Kung sa tingin nyo, nakita nyo na lahat sa Northern Luzon, there's still more to come and I think we're off to a good start dito para sa Southern Luzon. Marami pa tayong makikita ng mga teams dito ngayon, Hans, kasi ito pa lang yung unang serye.
This is gonna be the first one, just like Kim said. And in behalf of Kimberly Mas, my name is Hans Galeria. Maraming salamat and we'll see you next time at Unity League Philippines South Luzon Leg.